Greetings, Glitter Gang, and happy Halloween. It's 2 o'clock on Monday, October 31st. I've been out of town doing some family stuff, but I'm back now to work on the Coffin album. So in this bag, I have all my different templates and things for making the projects. So let me talk about what each of these are just briefly to kind of refresh. So this template is for the paper that mats the coffin. So we have a window to see kind of exactly what's going to be on there, so we can pick our favorite designs. And then this, actually, I don't think this is anything anymore, but this was kind of, I think, how we plotted out the coffin. And then this is this template is to cut out the aperture. So each coffin has this. So this this larger one is to choose this paper here, this base paper, or this paper here. And then this smaller one is to choose this one right here. And then each one also has a photo mat with 3 photos as well. So, okay, so we got one page matted for the most part. So let's continue on with just matting. Let's try to get some more matting done today. And again, we need these 2 templates for that, but not this one. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this one aside. And I have these, and I'm trying to remember. These are, yeah, so these are, we did fold and whatnot. So these go, we do have photo mats and such. So we'll go ahead and put those over here with those. So we have those on the desk. And now we're going to pick paper. Now on this is our first layout where we have 2 coffins, and then inside we'll have 4. So when we pick our papers, we want to kind of, you know, pick 2 papers that will look nice with each other. So keep that in mind as we go. All right, so I'm going to skip past the 8.5 by 11s for now, just because the 12 by 12s are going to be what I want. So now we're looking for kind of 4 inside wallpaper-ish type papers. And one thing I've noticed is there's a few different patterns, but that they come in multiple colors. So see, like these are the same pattern. Okay, just in different colors. So we'll be able to, oh, I guess maybe are they not the same pattern? Oh, well, they're close enough. So we just want to kind of keep the patterns all in the same, similar vibes, you know. So this one's a little bit different than the others. I'm going to just set that to the side for a second. All right, so this one. All right, so I'm going to look for stuff that's kind of in the greeny bluey. So because we need 4 of these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll be able to do 4 greenish blue coffins. All right. And those will be our background papers. So we'll cut out 4 of those. All right. And then we're going to look for 2 of the like more detailed like these that will look good with each other. So we're just kind of looking for like a pair. So I think these 2 could look good together because they're similar color tones. We've already used this one, so not this one. Now I do like her because she's got some green and blue behind her. So if we could find someone to match her, that would be great, I think. So let's look for another kind of maybe greenish bluish kind of. Excuse me. So this one is also greenish bluish. So that may be the one. So let's just go with those two. All right, so these are the 6 sheets that we need. So even though it's, you know, even though it's just 2 pages, we do need 6 12 by 12s to do our matting. So it's quite a bit of paper gets used in this album. All right, so let's start with these 2 ladies. I'm going to set the coffins to the side for just a second. And if I do it like here, I'm going to cut this little girl off. But what I can probably do is cut her and move her more in front of her brother so that she's not just a little piece of skirt right there. And then I'll have her, and this little piece here, plus that little lamp. So let's start with that. So the first thing to do is actually to cut the little girl out. So we'll go ahead and do that. And actually, I think I can use scissors. That'll be a little bit easier because the coffin's going to come in at the bottom, so okay. All right, so welcome back to Kathryn Scraps Live. This is the Halloween Coffin album, the Quick and Easy Coffin album. And I'm only gonna kind of roughly cut out the rest of the corner there. All right, and then what I can do is I'm gonna ink her and move her so it looks like her brother's hand is touching her shoulder. And then hopefully, you know, that'll work. So. All right, so I'm just gonna glue her into place. So what, does anyone have any Halloween plans? Doing anything fun? I bought candy. It's so funny. I bought candy the first time I saw it. I just happened to be in Costco for some other reason, and they had Halloween candy out. It was like over a month ago. So I actually have Halloween candy for the kiddos tonight if any of them stop by, despite everything that's been going on. So I am prepared. Don't I feel creepy moving limbs around? Not in the slightest. All right, I think here is great. I'm gonna move it just a scooch to the side. Okay. All right, and then once again, I'm gonna use a pen, so it'll just be easier to see because this is slightly larger than I need it to be. right. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my large scissors and just roughly cut on that line that I just drew. All right, and then I want to also cut some of the pieces for my my pull. So let me just get the book really quickly and show you what I'm talking about, because I'm having trouble articulating. But this piece, so I think this is let me measure how big this is. My pattern paper needs to be 1 1/4 by 2 3/4. Not 1 1/4. Oh yeah, it is 1 1/4. Yeah, 1 1/4 by 2 3/4 for this pull tab. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull from this corner down here. So I'm just going to cut that on the paper trimmer. So I'm going to cut it to 2 3/4, and then I can cut 2 1 1/4 inch pieces off of it. And I'm just going to trim just so it's got a little bit of a white edge still. I'm going to go ahead and trim that off, and then cut 2 1 1/4 inch pieces. And we'll use that to pull it open. All right. So now we're really just gonna center this on here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and just do it on the back. So that it's just easier. And then we'll go ahead and if you want to know how any of these templates were made or anything like that, then, you know, just go ahead and check the other videos in this playlist if you're on YouTube, or in this folder if you're in the archives, because I've been recording this whole process, measurements, etc. All right. And then now that I kind of have those lines, I'm going to just go ahead and cut them in this trimmer. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the lines under the wire on the trimmer and just cut. So once again, this is Monday, October 31st, Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone. I will not be doing the regular Thursday shows this week, but we've got this little show today to make some progress on the book and have some spooky Halloween vibes. I need to think of a fun movie to watch tonight. All right, so there we go. Actually looks great. Moving that girl over helps a lot, I think. So nice touch. Nice touch there. All right. Okay, so now all we have to do is ink and tape and stick it down. All right, let's put some tape down. And I'm going to go, you know, with this, I'm going kind of beyond the edges because I just want to make sure that there is tape all the way into these strange kind of angles and corners because it is not, you know, it's not a rectangle, you know, so it is a little bit odd, but so we're going to go over the edge, and then because it is also such a large piece, we're going to go ahead and put a strip in the middle as well. All right. Then we'll just add tape to these, and then we'll punch them and then ink them, and then they'll be ready to stick down as well. And I'm actually going to stick these to the pull on the opposite side so it's not too matchy, and then I'll cut a scrap from the paper for the opposite side and we'll use that on this page. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to cut these apart. And then trim these. All right. And then let me just, oops, there's tape stuck to my finger. Let me try and get rid of it. Sorry, I just got to keep an eye on my phone here. All right. Oh, my cleaner's coming tomorrow. Nice. Okay, so All right. Everything is cool. So, sorry. All right. Okay. Now we're just going to punch this with the large angle punch and then ink. All right, and I'm using the large angle punch, which is the larger side of the white punch from We Are Memory Keepers, the white corner chomper. All right, perfect. Now, let me just look at the other one. Okay, so since she's looking more towards the right or facing more towards the right, I'm going to put her on the left. So, and then I'll put these on the right. All right, so that's the first page. And then this is the right side, so we'll put her over here, put them over here on the right. Yeah. All right. And then we'll go ahead and put these in, put these on this side. And okay. All right, and then we'll put these on the opposite side. And then we'll repeat and do that with the other page. That we have selected. All right. Okay, so now we will do this one. So this is just a matter of deciding, you know, exactly where we're going to cut it to get the right amount of snake and lady. And I think it's probably better if she loses a little bit of her fingers than if we cut off the snake's tongue complete. Risk cutting into the snake's mouth. All right, so I like this framing. All right, so I'm gonna go cut this a little bit. Just to make it a little, get some better scraps to work with. Okay, so now we can go ahead and Um, trim and trim, trim. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and take the coffin that's the same size as the page and stick it down. And I'm going to go ahead and just to kind of make this a little bit easier on myself, I'm going to try and just line up my ruler and cut with the rotary trimmer. Tape this and that'll make it easier. There we go. All right. Maybe time to change the blade on that one, but we'll see. Not going to worry about that right now. All right. There she is. And her pet snake. Got them both. Looking good. All right, let's go ahead and tape the edges. So, you know, as you can see, it's just, once you get these templates made, it's not a difficult album. It's really more just the kind of album where you can put on something, your favorite Halloween movie, and go from there. Just pick your papers and cut, make it look nice. And then I just want to go ahead and let me Now, I have the little bits of paper that I cut off the edges earlier. Okay. Here. So I can pull from this section what I need. But this is also really pretty. So if this is 1.25 inches, then I may just use it. And it is. So let's go ahead and just use it. So we're gonna just cut two 2 3/4 inch pieces from it. Okay. Alrighty. And then we're going to go ahead and tape these and then chomp them, and then we'll ink both pieces. All right, that roll is done, but I have another one ready to go. Okay. All right, perfect. So we'll just cut those apart. Large angle punch again. Okay. And then ink all 3 of these pieces. All right. And one more. And again, this paper is Halloween Night by Paper Phenomenon, and I have linked in the video description below a link to the paper on YouTube, so you can see. All right. All right. Do the other side. Okay. And now we'll put this one here. So it's kind of funny because the snake gets covered up on one side and the kids get covered up on the other. So there's a spooky surprise underneath each of them. Okie dokes. All right, so those are the two coffins on the front. And now we want to go ahead and work on the coffins on the inside. So to make that go just a scooch faster, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut the 4 papers that we chose into squares. And then I'm going to kind of sandwich them together in sets of 2 and then cut them like that. So you'll see what I mean. I'm going to cut them. And how wide do I need them to be? How wide is my coffin? So 8.5 inches, if I cut them into 8.5 inches, they should be good to go. Okay, so I have these 2 pieces. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tape them to each other back to back with just a couple pieces of ATG so they don't move around. Okay, and then I'm going to put this coffin on them, but like not with any tape. Let me peel off the tape. Okay. All right. And then I'm gonna just trim, and I'm gonna just move and what I'm trying to do is see the just a little sliver of the darker colored background paper underneath the edge of my ruler, so I'm not constantly cutting off edges of the templates, because I'd rather have it be a little bit bigger than constantly shrinking my template. So I want to try, like I said, want to try and see a little bit of that under or through there. Okay. And then that'll give me two coffins. Okay. So I'm just gonna go. So I'm gonna do that again. once again, just trying to keep my hand on the template at all times. So I'm always kind of moving them as a stack. Marcel! Marcel is back! Hey, buddy. Hi. Hey. Who's a big kitty? Who's a big kitty? Big kitty. You're gonna be such a big kitty. Yes. Such a big, strong kitty. Oh, look at Marcel. Look how big Marcel is. Look how big. Look at this big kitty boy. Is this the happiest cat in the world? Are you the happiest cat in the world? Huh? Is that you? Is that you, Marcel? He's just trying to drape himself over my shoulder. Hey. You want to be on camera? Yeah? Yeah? Oh, you want to rub faces? What a sweet little boy, huh? You are, aren't you? You are. You are. Hi. Hi. Hello. Here, there you go. All right. He just wants to be on my back. Nope. Aww. Alrighty. Alrighty. Hi, Ella. He's definitely not, but they think he probably will be able to make a full recovery. But he's still in the ICU, and his situation is, you know, still he's very seriously ill. So, but they do seem to think that he's gonna, you know, get through it and walk out of there. So. But it's, yeah, he's very, very sick. Okay. Are you trying to get deaded, Marcel? Are you trying to get deaded? All right, so. One more slice and then we'll be ready to put all 4 of these in the book. All right. Okay, perfect. All right, so let me grab the book and then we'll figure out how we want to lay these out exactly. Well, actually, let's do taping and getting the other bits. So here's the 4 of them. These 2 I didn't tape together, so if you're feeling confident, you might not need to either. All right. So here's these are the pieces of pattern paper that are remnants. So we'll cut our 1 1/4 inch by 2 3/4 inch pieces off of these. All right. How do I want to do this? Okay, so again, so I'm going to cut this down to 2 3/4, and then I'm going to cut 1 1/4 inch strips off of it. Marcel has stolen a scrap, so he's ready. He's ready for crafting. Okay. All right. All right, so 2 3/4, and then there we go. Okay. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside. We'll just need to make 2 more. I'm going to make 1 out of each one. So 2 3/4, 1 1/4, and 1 1/4, and then those 2. All right. 1 more. What you up to, Marcel? All right. What you up to? Yeah, you having fun? Okay. All right. So now it's time to tape. A lot of taping in this project, a lot of taping. So we'll make a tape chain of all these little pieces. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. But you know, you need 1, 2 of these for every page because these are what the handle is. So. And then hey, welcome back. Welcome back. You gonna help? Are you here to help craft? Are you crafty? Doing crafts? Huh? Huh? You doing crafts? Hey, 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 hey. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Hey, what's up? What's up? You helping? Are you helping? You helping? You're doing a close inspection. Hey. Okay. All right. Woo! Okay. All right, so once we get done with all of this taping, punching, and inking of all of these different pieces, we'll do a recording break, and then we'll do all the photo mats and that sort of stuff. There goes the recycling bin. There goes the neighborhood. Yeah. There's a little Marcel in the basement. In the basement. Well, for him, it probably feels like he's in the basement. I meant to say basket, but my brain's only partially working. But I have my new glasses. They're my first set of progressives. So I'm now, you know, need progressive years old. So hooray for me. Hey. Wow, that was scary. Yeah, that was scary. That was scary. What was that? What made all that noise? All right, so I'm going to use the large side of the angle punch from We Are Memory Keepers to punch all these. And there's a little Cheeto burrito on the floor. So of a little Marcel on the floor. That's okay, Gretchen. We're just chilling. We're just having a little Halloween fun, since I won't be able to do a show on Thursday again. But I wanted to do something. I wanted to work on my Halloween project, and I had some time today, so let's do it. All right, I have okay. Whew. So we got all those. So let's go ahead and ink these, and then they'll be ready to go in the book. And then we'll lay the larger pieces down first, so we still have more taping and inking ahead of us. And then we'll place these where they'll have maximum impact. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but for people who are wondering where I was last Thursday and that sort of thing, just that my brother is in the ICU and has been there since Sunday the 23rd with acute severe pancreatitis, and he also has COVID. So he's having a great time, as you can imagine. So we are still waiting. They thought they might let him out of the ICU and back into the like normal part of the hospital today. So they were, you know, trying to get him up and moving around and trying to meet some kind of benchmarks that they expect to see. And then he had internal bleeding. So they may never know. It's been hard to do tests. So, you know. Apparently sometimes they have no idea. So, but anyway. So that's that. So they're, anyway, I guess he had been bleeding internally and they did a procedure, minor surgical procedure to fix it, and things seem to be moving in the right direction, and then they weren't anymore, so now they're back in the wait and see mode. So, you know, it's just up and down, up and down. So, ugh. So we're just making our coffins. Gonna try and get another 4 pages matted here in this video and then switch to a new recording to do the inside decorating. So anyway, I wonder if I should try and see the new Halloween movie someday this week. I think there is a new one, supposedly the last one, but you know, there's never really a last one in these like long running horror franchises, it seems like. All right, so we've got all 4 of the coffins taped. So let me just trim the tape. And then we'll ink them all and figure out, you know, what order we like them best in. All right, that's 1. 2. There's 3. And this one still has tape on the back, so this one has to kind of keep separate by itself. But it's 4. All right, so now we're in good shape. All right. Okay, so welcome, Anne. All right, so unfortunately, I picked 3 that have the same pattern, and then this one is so different, it looks weird. So we're gonna have to cut another coffin. We are not gonna be able to use this coffin. So that's, I mean, we can use it, we just can't use it on this page. So we're gonna look for another one of that's kind of similar to these. So I'm just gonna flip through the paper until I find one. And I don't think I have one. Great. Okay, so I'm just gonna have to print another one of these. I'm gonna print another one of the darker ones, and then while it's printing, I can work on attaching these to the book. And then the other thing we're going to want to do is we're going to have to cut another set of these to replace. Well, this one is actually, so you can't really tell, it's a different pattern, so I'm just going to go ahead and use it. I'm just going to use it. Why not? Why not? All right, so all right, so while that's printing, we'll go ahead and ink these 3 and stick them down, and then this one, that one will go on the right, so that'll frame them. A lot of paper gets used in this one. A lot of big pieces, but that's okay. And then after we stick these down, we'll do a recording break. All right, now we're working on the inside of this. So this is the layout. So the bluest ones are going to go on the 2 outside ends. Oh, we don't need these. because we just used these. We already did them. All right. Well, we have a little stack we can pull from for future pages. So maybe we just worked ahead. We just worked ahead a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, now we're going to kind of go with the two lighter ones in the middle, and then the one that I just printed will go there. So I'm just going to let it sit and dry on the printer for a bit, and while I stick these down, and then we'll cut it and stick it in. All right. And this, I think, is going to look really beautiful in a fan shape. This is the first time we're seeing the coffins all laid out with paper on them like this. And I think it's going to be really dramatic and beautiful. So next week should be back to normal, unless anything, you know, weird / horrible happens, which hopefully it won't. All right, so I'm going to try and pull from this darker side, because on this side it kind of came from the lighter side. So just going to actually, I'm going to pull instead from this greener side. Okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go straight in with the edge here. And I want to see just a little sliver of the darker pattern paper underneath the edge of my ruler. So that I know, so I don't keep cutting that. I'd rather have it be ever so slightly larger than I strictly need it than keep cutting my template. And, you know, you could, of course, trace this on the back if you don't want to kind of do this cutting directly thing. I'm just trying to save a little step here. And if it gets, you know, ever so slightly messed up, you can just kind of push it back into place and then cut it again. All right. So we just need to ink and stick it down. Ink tape, etc. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and do our taping. Like I said, there's a lot of repetition in this one. Yeah, this is a good one to do like your mass production with your favorite Halloween movie. And then the other thing we have to decide, this is great paper for a coffin, Ella. Doesn't it kind of looks like the satin you might line it with like in an old-fashioned one? Or like Victorian wallpaper from a funeral home or something. I think it works great for the coffin. This was the right collection, I think, for this project. I agree. All right. Okay, so all right. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stick this in the book, and then then we'll do a recording break, and then we'll work on like the photo mats and get the inside matted, and then that is where we'll wrap it up for the day. But at least we'll have one full spread to look at, so you get the the full idea of kind of the full vision, you know. But already, I mean, already, like, this is quite the dramatic layout, you know? Quite the dramatic layout. Look at that. Okay. Now, so that's the full layout. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 2 of the mats with the images, and then we're going to do 2 of the books with the photographs. Okay, so we need a total of 6 photos. And I don't know if you can see the difference on camera, but I have kind of a dingier white and a brighter white. And I'm going to try and keep them as close as possible. If I can, just use all bright whites. On one. So I need 6 bright whites. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, 6 bright whites, perfect. All right, and then for these inside pieces, we're gonna pull those from the pattern paper, specifically the 8.5 by 11 pieces. So we've got creepy kids, creepy nurses, we've got the nun and the headless woman. Let's see. Okay, so what we need is I do want to use these creepy kids because we have creepy kids on the front of the page. So we'll do one that is the creepy kids. So now it's just something that'll look good with those little creepy kids. And I think not these. Maybe these other little creepy kids. So, all right. And then this template, that aperture is, we will use it to help place things. So, so we'll use those kids and those kids, and then we'll save these for another layout. All right. So these we just need to cut down to 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay. Oh no, it's 4 1/2 by 6 1/2. Oh shoot. All right, we'll have to pick a different set of, we'll have to pick a different photo. I forgot that it's, no, it is 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Just kidding, I don't have to pick another set. All right. Okay, so there's those kids. And then from these, okay. All right, there we go. Okay. So these will get inked and then matted on the plain black photo mats. And then we also have to put our magnets behind them. Are these the same size? They are not. This one is wrong. Great. So I'm going to just replace her arm. Okay. All right. So. Okay. And then we're going to, I'm going to stick these. Is this, these pieces are not 4.5 by 6.5. Oh, I have to cut this down. Okay. I have to cut this down. I think it's slightly too large now. Yeah. There we go. Okay. These I'm not gonna put down quite yet because I want to have pretty specific magnet placement. So let me go get the big book. Okay. And let's talk about. All right, so we want the books to open towards the outside. So what I'm going to do is just kind of get some tape down. And I do want to use tape because it is going to be yanked on with magnets and such. All right, just do the other book while I'm at it. So these are 9" by 6.5 inch, and then folded in half so they become 4.5 by 6.5. And that way they'll hold a 4.25, 6 by 6.25 mat for a 4 by 6 photo. And they're going to go here and here. Okay, so the way that we're going to line them up is that's why there's a hole in the one coffin. So I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so once I get this tape peeled, right? Then I put this coffin on top of the pattern paper, and then I can center this mat in the opening, and that'll get it in the right position. So I can just burnish it, and then it should hold. I should be able to snap a magnet into place because it should feel and grab the magnet from the other side. Is there not a magnet on the other side? Oh, I guess there's not. We're starting fresh. Okay. So, all right. The reverse of what I thought needed to happen needs to happen. So I need to start with these. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap the two magnets into place, or this one, because I want all the magnets facing the same direction. So, okay. So I'm just going to make a little mark, and then there we go. Then gonna tape this photo mat and stick it down. Where's my tape? Here it is. All right, so All right, now I can just peel this tape. I'm sorry for the sniffles, but it was allergy season in Virginia. So I think I'm going to need a couple days to get cleared out. All right, so then I'm just going to take my template and lay it down. And then I can take this photo mat and center it. All right. All right, so that's there. And now just take my ATG and stick down my creepy kids. All right, there they are. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down another magnet, and it's going to stick on top of this photo mat. Okay. And then just going to stick down a little mini glue dot. And then when I close this, that magnet will be facing the right direction on that photo mat right there, okay? And then all I have to do is, to give it something to stick to, put another one down on the back and then add another glue dot and then close it. And then there we go. So now I can just add my photo mats. So these are, and they're already taped. So all I have to do is peel the tape and stick them down. These little kids are funny. All right, here we go. So okay. And then stick this down, stick this down, stick this down. All right. Okay. Burnish. One more. Oh, I said I was going to do a recording break and I didn't. Oh, well. You'll just have one long class from today. It's fine. All right. Okay. So, and then you can see how I can kind of pull it around by this tab because the magnets are holding it shut. Okay, so now we just kind of repeat those steps. So we got 1, 2, 3. So what I want to do is see if I can get a magnet to stick to this. Okay. All right, so because I've gotten a magnet to stick to this, okay, I'm going to take a little glue dot. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to line the coffins up with each other, okay? So I'm going to kind of hold it so you can see that I'm lining the coffin edges up with each other, not like closing the book. All right, and that's going to get my magnet in the correct place. So now my magnet's where it needs to be so that nothing's going to interfere. Okay. So we'll just put tape on here. So yeah, there's no recording break, but oh well. Oh well. It's all right. You can just have a long video. Then you won't have to wait for the next one to be. So there's that. You get it all in one shot. All right, so peel, peel, peel. Oh, I'm so excited for when this is fully matted to like see what it's like to go through one whole page, because we haven't had one whole page yet. All right, so put your template coffin down. Center your mat. Burnish. Tape. All right. Okay, so put those kids down, and then with this one, peel the tape once again. Okay. And then set this template down. These templates make lining everything up for this project very easy. So if you're not someone who likes to eyeball very much, then this is a great assistance. All right, so then what we're gonna do is stick a magnet to this. All right, glue dot. Close. All right. Photo mat. Okay. Okay. So another glue or another magnet. Glue dot. Close. Pick it up. Photo mat. Burnish. Photo mat. Okay. And close. And all right, so this now we've got it. Okay, let's take a look. We're gonna be able to have our first full page. I'm so excited. Let's see how it turned out. All right, I'm just gonna throwing pens at myself. Okay. All right, so this is the first page of the album. So it's a single page. So it looks like this, and then it opens like this. All right. But then when we turn the page, we turn it to this where we have our first full page, and it opens like this, and like this, and then like this. So that's the whole, this is the spine. That's where the cover will be. It looks amazing. Look how cool this book is. And of course, if you want more creepy kids, you can put more creepy kids on the covers of this instead of more photo mats. but this is the full spread. So it's like a coffin snowflake. So, all right, so that is that. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate your patience as we deal with our family emergency. I'm glad we were able to spend some time together this week. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween and a wonderful week. And I will see you sometime next week. Either the usual time or whenever I can fit it in as my schedule allows, hopefully. Again, I appreciate everyone's patience, your thoughts and your prayers for my family and my brother specifically, as he's in the ICU with pancreatitis, which sounds like the worst thing in the world. So thank you so much, everyone. And again, there is a playlist for this. So if you want to see how to make all of these templates that I just used today, check YouTube for the playlist, or just check the rest of the videos in the archive to see how it come together. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you all have a happy Halloween, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.